dealing with that as well. Really sucks still. Sorry. Hey guys, it feels like it's been forever. It's been about 3 weeks since my last upload, and it's also been over a month since I last filmed. So I'm here to tell you where I've been. And while I guess explain myself, I'm going to be doing a get ready with me and a fall tag. The lovely Haley Callan tagged me a couple weeks ago, and then I never had the chance to actually film the tag. So I'll be doing those questions as well as catching you guys up on my life. Let's just get this going. So first of all, my hair's pink. Pink's my favorite color, if you couldn't tell. Let's get the brows started. So to underline my brows, I'm going to use the NYX Eyebrow Powder Pencil. This one is in the shade Ash Brown. This brow pencil's okay. I basically just use it to line the lower part of my brows. I'm usually a little bit messy with the actual pencil because I'll just clean it up with concealer later on. Just spoolie that through. Taking some brown eyeshadow. This one is an Urban Decay shadow and I don't remember the shade. Just use this to fill in my brows. So where have I been? If you watched my last vlog, I talked about my recent promotion. I guess it's not so recent anymore. I've been in this position for about 2 months now. I used to be a voice teacher and now I'm the manager of the music school that I work at, which is pretty exciting and I do really like it. I'm still trying to figure out how to balance my YouTube schedule with my actual work schedule now. To carve out my brows, I'm going to use the new Too Faced Born This Way Multi-Use Sculpting Concealer. I mean, look at Tarte Shape Tape compared to this. There's so much more product in this and it's about the same price. This concealer is a little bit more yellow toned than the Tarte Shape Tape. I find that most Too Faced products are a bit on the yellower side. So my previous position was a part-time job and I would probably work about 15 to 20 hours a week, usually more on the 15 side. And now that I'm manager, my position is actually full-time. So I'm working 40 plus hours a week. But the reason why I've been even more taken away from this whole YouTube scene is because at our school, our studio coordinator position, it's kind of like an office coordinator position. She does the scheduling, she does all the front desk stuff, she kind of helps assist in the work that I have to do. Our previous studio coordinator moved out of state, taking some RC Made No Color powder to set this. We actually just recently found someone to fill her position. It took a while. Now she has to be trained as well, so she probably won't be in the position for another week or so. That person is supposed to kind of be my right-hand man. Now I'm doing both jobs. So I've been at work a minimum of 6 days a week. Don't know when I'll not be busy because I don't know when the new studio coordinator is going to be able to stand on her own. It's a lot to learn. It's a lot of processes that need to be understood, and we need to make sure that she's comfortable and that I'm comfortable. It's gonna be a bit of time. I'm more of an evening motivated person, which is good for when you work nights, but for YouTube and stuff, you know, finding the motivation to film in the mornings now instead of in the evenings is a little tough. So this is my first morning filmed video. I hope you guys are enjoying it so far. Probably should be telling you what I'm putting on my eyes right now. I'm using my Element of Surprise palette by ColourPop, and I just put Go With The Flow in my crease, and now I'm working with the shade Labyrinth, putting that in my crease and outer corner, kind of blending it all together. This palette is really pretty for fall time, just because there's a lot of warmer tones, and I really do think that there's a good balance of mattes and shimmers in this palette. If you guys haven't picked up this palette or even considered it, or if you haven't even heard of it, I definitely recommend checking it out because it's a standout to me still. Continuing on, not only am I working super hard and so it's hard to find time to film, my grandmother, she's had Alzheimer's for the past 10 plus years. This past week she stopped eating, she stopped drinking water, and yeah, a couple days ago she passed away, and so dealing with that as well. Sorry. You know, she isn't my first grandparent that I lost or anything. She's actually my third, but it just really sucks still. I've now lost both of my grandmothers to Alzheimer's, and you just feel powerless. I don't know if any of you guys have experienced people who have that disease and experienced how it just like slowly tears apart a person, or quickly, you know, sometimes it happens quickly, but it's definitely not fun. It's not an ideal way to end your life, I guess. You think the worst part is going to be them forgetting you, but that's really not the worst part at all. The worst part is them slowly forgetting themselves and then forgetting how to survive. You know, they forget how to do basic human things. Like, that is what this disease does, and it really sucks to see it happen, and it sucks to see them frustrated with it and for them to be in pain. There's not a lot of people talking about it in the way that I want people to talk about it, you know? Like, people just kind of view it as like, oh, this is what happens to older people, but like, does it have to happen to them? And there's so many diseases out there that obviously we need cures to. Like, truly believe that everyone deserves to live a long, healthy life. But I don't know, it almost feels like Alzheimer's is getting put on hold because it's, you know, these people are already older. I don't want to see these people slowly slip away. Alright, so on that note, I'm putting Late Night on my eyes now. It's like a shimmery pink color in the pan. It looks like a cool tone pink, but when you put it on your eyes, it looks a lot more peachy. I haven't done this in a while, guys. Sorry if the lighting is stupid. So this is how it looks just dry. I'm probably gonna spray it in a second just to make it a little bit more intense. If you've gone through seeing a family member go through this disease, or if you have a family member currently going through this disease or some sort of neurodegenerative disease, that's what I'm calling it. I don't know if there's an actual word for it, but that's what I've decided to call it. Just know that I feel for you and I'm here for you. And if you ever want somebody to talk to about this, feel free to reach out. You know, like, that's one of the good things about YouTube, is that there's always a community. I'm just going to take a little bit of Silk Street and put it on my eyes as a liner, just to kind of deepen up that line. I feel like I need to almost have like another shimmer. I'm gonna take a little bit of Blank Canvas, which is like a shimmery red color. And this shade is probably the most intense shade in the pack. If you're ever looking for a really nice shimmery red or shimmery burgundy, like, this is amazing. Gonna go over the edge with Late Night just to blend the two together. This isn't my best look, guys, so forgive me. So going back to happier things, how's everyone been? How's your fall been? It's already snowed in Chicago. So that primer, if you were wondering, is a mixture of the Pure Correcting Primer and my NYX HD Studio Photogenic Primer Base. I mix them together because I find that it makes my foundation last longer while staying smooth. And then I always hydrate my face with the Pixie by Petra Glow Mist. I'm going to go with my Cover FX Natural Finish Oil-Free Foundation. I use the shades N10 and N20, and the way I apply this isn't the most hygienic way, but it's my tube, so I do what I want. Just kind of draw little stripies on my face, and then I take just a little bit of the N20. And then I'm taking this Morphe brush, the Morphe M439 brush. It is synthetic fibers. There's a lot of controversy with Morphe over whether or not they are cruelty-free. When I reached out to them a couple years ago, they actually responded to me right away. I'll link the video where I talk about it when I got my Jaclyn Hill palette in the description box. Now that it's nearing the end of fall, it kind of has been the end of fall here in Chicagoland. I know that fall technically doesn't end until the end of December, but when you live in the Midwest, winter is like 6 months a year. Let's go ahead and do the fall tag. Thank you once again to Haley Callan for tagging me. If you guys are interested in the questions, I will leave those questions down below. I'm taking my Too Faced concealer once again, popping it all over. And if you guys are wondering what color this is, because I forgot to say it, it's the lightest color they offer in this concealer. It's the shade Swan. Just taking my Real Technique sponge, dabbing this out. Alright, so the first question is, what is your favorite fall candle? I don't have a specific candle yet because I'm still exploring like cruelty-free options, and yes, candles can be not cruelty-free, but for fall time I love like cinnamon scents and like apple cider scents. So, you know, both of those, the cinnamon and the cider scents put together. Favorite fall lip color. Let me blend this out first and I will tell you. RC Mano color powder. So the first one is my Dust Colors liquid lipstick in Lazy Daisy. It's like a cooler toned nude color. I love it. And then I also have my Kat Von D Everlasting liquid lipstick in the shade Lolita 2. When I'm brunette, I like the original Lolita better, but when I am blonde, like I have been for the past year, I like Lolita 2. And then for a darker shade, Kat Von D's Everlasting liquid lipstick in Vampira. Really pretty. You can't really see that it's red here, but it's red. It's a deep, deep red. I'll stop acting weird in a second. That's a lie. I've been an avid user of RC Mano color powder for a couple years now, just because it's so cheap and the container lasts a long time and it's really easy to bake with. As you can see, I bake like all of my lines. Alright, so favorite fall blush. The Tarte Amazonian Clay blush in the shade Party. It's just a really nice color and it lasts a long time. Lasts on dry skin and it lasts on oily skin, so it's really good for my unpredictable self. Get some bronzer on my face. We're gonna use this goodie. This is the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer in the shade Light Bronze, because once again, I'm pale. So, you know, put it anywhere where you would normally contour, because I'm using my bronzer as my contour today. Alright, the next question is, what is your favorite fall drink? I really love apple cider, but other than that, if I have to go with like a coffee, any sort of cinnamony type coffee is great. I'm not a huge fan of the pumpkin spice latte. I know some people are like, I am not the type of person that's going to make fun of someone who likes pumpkin spice either. And it's not even like the pumpkin flavor, because I actually really do like pumpkin stuff. It's just way too sweet for me. Now for blush, I think I will use that Tarte Amazonian Clay blush. Alright, so the next question is my favorite fall clothing item. This beautiful thing. Favorite fall TV show. I did really like watching Sabrina on Netflix recently. That one was really good. Other than that, I really enjoyed watching Gilmore Girls. I usually watch Gilmore Girls in the fall. I don't know why. For my inner corner, I'm going back into my Element of Surprise palette and I'm picking up the shade Feels, which is this like light shimmery pink. It's kind of duochromy when you put it on. Favorite fall movie. Hocus Pocus has been one of my top favorite movies of all time for like ever. But I also love watching Practical Magic and like Coraline and any sort of Tim Burton movie in the fall. Somewhat creepy things, but like creepy things that kids can handle. Alright, to help it continually melt into the skin, my Pixie by Petra Glow Mist again. Spritz, spritz, spritz. The next question, and this is why I think that this is still an appropriate time to answer these questions, is your favorite Thanksgiving food. This is the NYX lip liner in the shade Nude Pink. So my favorite Thanksgiving food is cranberry sauce. Some Lazy Daisy on the lips. But I don't know, cranberry sauce, it's just one of those sides that you could just mix with everything else that's at the table and it tastes really good. I actually did a makeup look last year inspired by cranberry sauce. If you want to watch it, go ahead. It's not the best quality. I've definitely upgraded a few things, even though my lighting is still crap, so. Alright, and the last question in the fall tag is your favorite Halloween costume. By the way, this is a sample size of the Stila Huge Extreme Lash Mascara. I love wearing this stuff when I'm not going to wear falsies, which if you gonna guess, I'm not wearing falsies today. So my favorite Halloween costume is probably my go-to costume, Wednesday Addams. I love dressing up as Wednesday Addams. But if you're talking about like the favorite Halloween costume that I've been in the past, when I was a kid, there were two Halloween costumes that I say really stand out in my memory. One was Hermione Granger, and then the other one I was Minnie Mouse Bride. I used the Anastasia Beverly Hills Clear Brow Gel to set my brows, and then to make sure that my face stays all day, I'm going to use my Kat Von D Lock It Setting Spray. My hair is not brushed yet, but I'm going to sign off here. Thank you guys so much for watching and for clicking back on my video. I know I've been gone for a long time, so thank you for sticking around as well and for staying subscribed to my channel. I really appreciate that. For this fall tag, I want to tag Michaela Alexis, Erin Kavanaugh, and Ashley Gaeta. I hope you guys do this tag. If you haven't already, you probably have. I've been away for so long. An absolute mess, just like my hair right now. But yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching and for coming on back. I truly appreciate it, and I will try to keep this up and to keep doing better. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys!